Guys are healthy and safe. So I have here the Apple Watch Series 6 and the Apple Watch SE. So these are two of the 4 or 5 new products that Apple introduced 2 days ago at the Apple September event. So let's go over the Apple Watch Series 6 first. This is an iterative update to the Apple Watch Series 5 with the new feature this year being that this watch has a blood oxygen sensor to check your oxygen saturation levels in your blood. This is a relatively important indicator of your overall health. Now I know a lot of you Android fanboys or anti-Apple people, you're gonna be like, the Apple Watch is not new to this. The Fitbit and the Huawei watch and like, I don't know, the Garmin T7 already had the blood oxygen sensor. And you're right. Apple's never, and you're right. And you're right, but Apple's never been the first to anything. They basically take their time developing something, but when they do it, you can tell that they do it pretty well. And also, because Apple is so mainstream, it still matters to most normal people. Basically, only techies follow the new Huawei smartwatch or the new Samsung Galaxy Watch. But the Apple Watch, it's a mainstream product. Even people who don't know anything about smartphones, who can't tell RAM from storage, will care about an Apple Watch. It's the unfortunate reality of it. I mean, I don't like it, but it is what it is. And in countries like Japan and the US, the iPhones have like over a 50% penetration rate. More than 1 in every 2 people in the US or in Japan are wearing an iPhone, using AirPods, and an Apple Watch. So the fact that Apple is pushing such a health focus with the Apple Watch, it's actually a good thing overall for most people. That means now a normal person like a grandma or a little kid can have better access to health data. Now Apple's blood oxygen sensor also differs from the other ones in that it is always on. I mean, you can turn it off if you like, but if you let it, it will always be detecting your blood oxygen level sporadically throughout a day, even if you're sleeping. So that's helpful because with many other fitness bands like the Huawei Watch GT2, you have to physically go into the setting and physically press detect my blood oxygen level to do that. So this is a little bit better because, you know, not everybody's aware that they need to check these things. And the Apple Watch is good in that it will alert you randomly. It will be like, hey man, your heartbeat is a little bit irregular. Your blood oxygen level is a little bit low. So maybe go see a doctor or go, you know, eat a little bit healthier, you fat ass. Anyways, finish up this unboxing. So you have here the typical Apple Watch charger. Now this watch runs on a newer chip S6, and Apple says that the charging speed has been increased. So now you can charge from 0 to 80% in 1 hour. If you want to charge from 0 to 100, it takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is an improvement over the previous Series 5. You notice that there is no charging brick in the packaging anymore. And again, a lot of you guys are gonna be mad and say Apple's cheap, but I actually think it's good because Apple's trying to reduce waste, which is definitely an issue. I mean, all of us, there are enough USB charging plugs in the world. We don't need any more. And this is the new band that Apple introduced. It's basically like a rubber band, but you know, Apple calls it solo loop, and there's no connection. You just wrap it around your wrist like literally a rubber band. Now the good thing is, if you're not sure if this fits your wrist, now this is a 44mm stainless steel model, and the Apple Watch craftsmanship, you know, it's in a class of its own. Well, other than the Opal Watch, that looks pretty damn good too, but definitely this looks better than the Fitbit Versa 2, which screen is a little bit flat and does not curve around. And this stainless steel, it's very premium. Anyway, let's check out the Apple Watch SE. So this is, oh, here's my name. So this is a more affordable product in Apple's Apple Watch line. Like I said, because Apple is so mainstream, they really are like the default product for many people in developed countries like Japan and the US and probably Canada. Like if you're like a mom or dad and you live in those countries and you want your kids to stay active and maybe have a tool that you can keep track of them, the Apple Watch is probably it, because you're not going to go and buy like a Xiaomi band for them if you live in Texas, right? You're gonna go in the Apple store and just get an Apple Watch. So the Apple Watch SE runs on a slightly older chip, the S5 instead of the S6, but it's still plenty powerful. But the SE does not have blood oxygen tracking. It does not have that sensor, but it still has many of the other features of the Apple Watch Series 6, such as an always-on display and sensors to track how hot the elevation levels. I don't know the exact word for that. I believe it's altimeter. So that means if you're hiking or climbing stairs, it will let you know how high up off the ground you are. And of course, you still have sleep tracking, heart rate tracking, all that, as well as all of the typical Apple Watch features that, to be honest, I really love. I mean, I can't stress this enough. I am not an Apple fanboy. My default phone most of the time is an Android. But the Apple Watch is indeed the best smartwatch on the market just because of how responsive, intuitive it is. For example, you can respond to notifications on your Apple Watch by just speaking into the watch or scribbling on it. And really, of all the other smartwatches that I've tested, only the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 has a scribbling that's anywhere close to the Apple Watch's level. If you're using like a Huawei smartwatch, a Xiaomi smartwatch, a Fitbit, you are not able to respond to notifications as easily as you can on the Apple Watch. So pairing the Apple Watch is pretty easy. You just have to tap start pairing, grab your iPhone, scan this code, everything will set up in probably half an hour. Okay, so I've set up my Apple Watch Series 6. I also changed the strap to this Milanese loop that I like a little bit better. Now you'll notice that I have a couple of new watch faces. These are artistic watch faces that are new to Apple Watch's software, watchOS 7. Now, as I mentioned, there's an always-on display on this, and the new S6 chip will power the always-on display a little bit better, meaning now even when my wrist is down, it remains twice as bright as before, and you can still interact with your watch even when it's down. You don't have to bring it up to turn it on. Now, to check blood oxygen level, you go into this app and you just hit start, and it takes about 15 seconds. But as I said, you don't have to jump into the app. You can have it so it will check it automatically, sporadically throughout the day. So what it's doing right now is shooting infrared lights into my skin to detect the color and the density of my blood to be able to tell how much oxygen is inside. So 97%, that's not bad but not great. Ideally you want to be at 99%. That's what a healthy person's blood oxygen level is. So I probably need to, improve my health a little bit. I need to drop some weight, get better sleep. Now, as I said, other watches like the Fitbit Versa 2 right here and this Huawei Watch GT2 Pro, this one can also do SpO2. With the big difference being with these watches, you have to manually jump into it to test every single time. They cannot detect automatically, whereas the Apple Watch can detect automatically. And the Apple Watch partners with a bunch of other medical centers that to make it easy to distribute your health information to them. So this here is the Apple Watch Series 5. They are basically identical. I don't think you can tell them apart. Now this here is the Apple Watch SE. I haven't set it up yet, but it's also very similar and can do many of the things that this watch can do, including fall detection and all that, except you cannot check your blood oxygen level on this watch. So anyway, that's about it for this first look at the Apple Watch Series 6. I'm going to have more on this watch. I'm going to wear it as my main watch for the next week and carry an iPhone, and I'll be back with a full review. If you're interested in more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of exciting gadgets on me, including this smartphone from LG. It's a 2-screen device with a swivel display. Anyway, that's it for now. Take care. Thanks for watching.